What's going on, everyone? Today I want to talk a little bit about Frank Fischer and his evolution from a very early model to still one that was made, a little while ago, this Frank Fischer battle. This one I don't even have a name for. Excuse me. It was loaned in from my buddy Chris over at the Thai Addiction YouTube channel. Link down below as always, and I greatly appreciate him sending in all the cool stuff that he sends. He actually chased this knife for about 3 years, he said, and he just got it at the time of filming, a couple of weeks or a month ago, right? I've done an unboxing on it a little while back, a month or so ago, give or take, and it had a detent problem. So I personally sent it in from here over to TJ Fischer, Frank's brother, to take a look at it, and they worked together on resolving the detent issue. And then they sent it back to Chris, who then sent it to me so I could do a follow-up video. Okay, there you go. This is a cool one. It is older, but again, it's cool. So I'm not going to go through all of the specs. I'm going to give you just a couple of real basic specs. It's 4 7/8 closed. It's 8 5/8 overall with a 3 3/4 inch blade. That's about it. So let's zoom in and talk about some similarities. And we'll pull out the battle here in just a second. Let me wipe the blade off because I should have done that prior to filming, but that's okay. So a very nice blade. I'm not even sure of the blade steel on this one. Double recurve. So there's a little bit of a recurve on the tanto and a little bit of recurve on the belly. Orange peel on the titanium frame and bolsters. A nice orange G10. You can barely feel a seam, and you cannot really feel the seam on the backside. Again, orange peel all the way around, and just a titanium lock bar with a tip down carry pocket clip, which I know is nobody's preferred. Well, I'm not going to say nobody's preferred. It's certainly not my preferred. But what I really like about this clip, and let's zoom back out, is the way that it's shaped just like the scales. That's just an attention to detail piece there that I think is cool. Okay, it just has some simple back spacers, or barrel spacers, I should say. Now this one, the detent is still a little bit light. Okay, there was just only so much they could do. Now, one thing where you can really see, or for me, what's special about this piece is that I can see the evolution between these two pieces. The refinement in Frank's work, the quality, the fit and finish. Yes, of course, this is a full dress version because it's all exotic material. So there's a different level there in the material and the components, if you will. But even just the fit and finish of these are drastically different. And there's nothing wrong with the fit and finish here, but you can kind of feel a seam on this front bolster. Inside of the lock bar cutout it could use some softening. And, again, in this era, in today's world, the quality is just, it's there, but it's kind of, how do I say it? The fit and finish isn't quite there with this guy. Back in the day, this was normal and acceptable, right? But then you come to this one that was made much more recently, and you can't feel the seams between the materials. Okay. And there is no harsh edges anywhere on this knife other than the edge of the blade, of course. But everything else is kind of chamfered, slightly radiused, kind of just softened. So you can just kind of really tell, and it probably can't tell so much on video, but in just holding these pieces, even though they're different shapes, you can tell that they're made by the same person, but over just different courses of their career. There's just an elevated level in the workmanship. I think this is a fantastic knife. I think it's very cool. It's one I would definitely have in my collection that I would never carry. Okay. And I've got to stop doing that. I really got to stop doing that. Because I don't really like tip down carry. And this one, is not super comfortable in my hand when I open it and stuff. I don't love the knife, but the history of it in the Fischer family, to me, is worth it. And that's why Chris went searching for this one and was so excited when he found it and was able to purchase it, right? So a lot of times I think we have in our collections kind of iconic pieces, if you will, for the history of the piece, not because we necessarily love the piece, if that makes sense. I know I certainly do. So I'm assuming that you guys do too. And if so, please put down in the comments, what is your kind of historic knife that you have because it's iconic, it's historic, it has a special meaning to you, but yet you don't really carry it, right? That's really kind of what I'm looking for. But I mean, if you have a chance to get or handle a Frank Fischer knife or any Todd Fischer, TJ Fischer, do yourselves a favor and handle that. Okay. I'm actually sending this one back to Chris today. And I'm including my TJ Fischer King Kamehameha for him to check out because he's interested in having TJ build him one of those, but he wants to feel it and hold it in hand first because it is a larger knife to see if he really wants one that size or not. So anyway, please go and check out, if you want more details on this one, go check out my full video on the Frank Fischer battle because this truly is my holy grail knife. And it literally still, I've had it almost a year now, has changed my knife collecting ever since I got it. So, and I talk about that more in that video. So thanks a lot, guys.